What is the message of The Last Jedi? What is the message behind Luke Skywalker? And this is the point of the video.
Breaking all units, fire at will. 4-2, pick a target. Too many, Captain. Watch your stabilizer, Gold 6. Anybody cover me. I got 2 vultures on my tail. Gotta hold them here. Watch your left. I can't shake them. I'm hit. Where's the reinforcements?
Hey everyone, this is Gerald Katarn. I'm sorry I haven't been very active in the last few days. I had to do some adjustments to my lightsaber to make sure that it is 100% operational, that I do not have any, leftover problems. And I just want to fine-tune the saber. It's over there on the other side charging. And I just wanted to make sure that the motion sensitivity was set to the way I like it. And I was, fixing up some parameters. I'm going to be uploading some videos of the build, some of the repairs that I made, and of course my reactions that I've already made a video on my reactions about the Mandalorian. I've already gotten a video or two about the Clone Wars and my unboxing video actually. So yeah, also Fallen Order. So let us just discuss a few things now. Okay, so what do I want to discuss? Okay, look, I got this tweet right now, and this is a very funny tweet because yeah. So look, there's this guy, and I'm not going to say his actual name. I'm going to parody him. So at soy milk fed gimp #1. He posted, "I'm watching the last 35 minutes of The Last Jedi, and this is one of the best overall sequences in any Star Wars film. The entire crate sequence, aka the Salt Planet, yeah, because we didn't know that, is a thrill, full of tension and excitement. Clearly, this person did not see Robot Head's video on how the action sequence on crate sucked completely. And also, Mark Hamill himself has never been this badass. Thanks, Ryan Johnson." I'm sorry, I just really need to hold back to regurgitate. If you like The Last Jedi, that is not a problem, okay? But, see, I'm starting to understand a gap here. Thanks to Entertainment Hacker, he posted a video a few days back, and if I find the one that I'm talking about, I will link it down in the description below so you guys can check it. Okay, basically, he was saying that the newest generations do not know the original trilogy at all, and so they will not be impacted by the deaths of Han Solo and Luke Skywalker, for example, because they didn't know them. Okay, so I can give you a bit of leniency on that. But if you claim to have watched the original trilogy, and you tell me that this is the best sequence of Luke Skywalker ever, it doesn't make sense. And the tweet here from another one, at Soyboy, okay. Again, another parody thing, okay? I just didn't want to put a number on it, I just wanted to make it original. People that don't think that this Luke is the best, people that don't think this is Luke at his most badass never knew Luke at all. Okay. Well, what does this mean? This person is basically lecturing to us Star Wars fans that if you do not admit to this atrocity, you never knew Luke Skywalker. Let me give you a little lecture, little boy, because obviously you're either trolling or you haven't met the Luke Skywalker that we know, okay? What is the message of The Last Jedi? What is the message behind Luke Skywalker? And this is the point of the video. So, the message of The Last Jedi is entitlement. I've been thinking about it, and of course we call it it has an SJW agenda behind it, but we need to know why. The Last Jedi, Star Wars The Last Jedi, its message is entitlement. Social justice warriors today want to achieve everything they possibly can. Basically, they want to become the branch manager of, a bank or a chain of supermarkets, or I don't know, whatever it is. Okay, they want to be, in the top managerial position, but with no experience, with no degree in marketing or public relations or no job experience. They just want to get that position. So they want maximum reward, zero effort. And this is what Luke Skywalker is teaching these new generations. The Last Jedi rendition of Luke Skywalker. In the original trilogy, Luke Skywalker taught us that you will make mistakes along the way. You will be compassionate about your friends. You will self-sacrifice yourself. You'll be active. So the Last Jedi is teaching people, hey, you know what? You don't need to be active. Screw that. Squash that noise. You don't need to be active. You don't need to work hard for nothing. You do not need to do anything. You are entitled. It's like saying, let me give you an example what I mean, okay, by entitlement. And to see how contradictory this way of thinking is, how it is unhealthy. To teach the future generations that, hey, you know what? It's okay. It's cool. Luke Skywalker was at his most badass in The Last Jedi. It's like saying, after watching the career of a star athlete in any kind of sport, and towards the decline of his career, because every athlete, his or her career, okay, let's be inclusive, okay, watching that athlete, soar in their youth, and suddenly there's going to be a decline, okay? That is the natural order of things. What these people are saying is that their efforts and their merits are not the ones that count. It is at their decline, at their lowest point ever. That's when they're at their best. When they're doing nothing, when they're not as effective, when they're not as focused, when they're not as productive, when they're basically, some of them also retire. It's like saying, your favorite athlete played his best game when he retired, the day he retired. It's like that was his best game ever, okay? And this is an insult to that athlete. How dare you? And how idiotic is this logic? Because this is what they want. They want to be called. This is what they want. This is an SJW mirror. They want to subconsciously pass us this message that say, hey, you know what? I'm going to do nothing. Because The Last Jedi built an image all around Luke Skywalker, a myth, a legend. That's what the sequel trilogy is about. And Luke Skywalker did nothing. And that's what SJWs are all about. They're all about noise. They're all about, hey, I am this, I can do that, I'm effective. And when push comes to shove, they're not even there. They're all blah, blah. This is the narrative of The Last Jedi. This is the message, okay? Just speak big words and do nothing, and you have earned legendary status. This is when you are at your best. This person, Soy Boy here, says that people that don't think this is Luke at his most badass ever never knew Luke at all. It's like in a boxing fight, you getting beat the shit out of you, and when you're bleeding and you're choking on your own blood and your eyelids are swollen, you can't see shit. When people say, yeah, that was his best fight ever. When you've got broken ribs and bones, when you can't even fight again, okay? That's when an SJW will say, that was his best match. What do you mean? Who cares about those 10 knockouts? Who cares about his training? Who cares about, his winning streak? That's not when he's a winner. He's a winner when he's a loser. Because you are losers, you are not going to push us this narrative. So if you're a parent and you have kids, show them this video, okay? And show them The Last Jedi, and then show them this video and tell them, son or daughter, my dearest child, or children, and may they be blessed, teach them that if you want to achieve a legendary status, you have to work. If you want to look good, you have to take care of your body, your face. You have to eat right. If you want to be healthy and not gassy and fart all the time and stink up the place and feel bloated, if you want to look good without having all these zits, okay, I feel sorry for teenagers because you cannot control hormones. But even today, you can't control those hormones. There are some very powerful hormones that actually level up the place. But I do not suggest that you play with hormones, especially in teenage years. Just let them do their cycle, okay? If you want to be the best writer, you have to take pen and paper and start writing. Practice. Read what you have written. You will suck at first, but you have to try. SJWs do not want you to try. They want you to write a piece of shit on paper, okay? They want you to wipe your ass on that piece of paper, hand it into a publisher, and they want that publisher to say, oh my god, this is stellar, this is the best turd I've ever seen, oh my god, I'm going to make you a bestseller. Okay, this is what they want. They want minimal effort. They want you to be at your lowest point, and that is when you're at your best. I'm sorry, society doesn't work like this. I'm very sorry. So if you have this illusion, I'm very sorry. This is the message of The Last Jedi. Okay? Scrounge. The bottom of the barrel. Scrape it up. Be in your worst form. Be grumpy like Jake Skywalker here. Be grumpy as you can, as grumpy as you can. Don't even be there, okay? Because he wasn't physically there, and then just chicken out and disappear and vanish in thin air. Because some of you are going to be like, hey, the Jedi did not practice, we're not supposed to practice nonviolence, And this soy post from some of my Greek peers that actually, I actually got more pimples from thinking of that, was like, we must acknowledge that, Luke Skywalker did his most Jedi thing by not fighting at all. And they're confusing the scene with the Emperor. Luke's stance was not inactivity. Okay, he was in front of the most powerful person who physically hurt him because he resisted. You can be hurt and you can resist. You cannot retaliate and you can still get a message through. The Emperor was pissed. Do not get confused between Luke's inactivity in The Last Jedi and Luke's stand of nonviolence in Return of the Jedi. Don't get those two things confused, because he sure as hell beat the shit out of his father not 2 minutes ago. Okay? And Jedi do not resort to violence at first. It's their last resort. Okay? It's like someone hitting you and you're just standing there and like, no, I'm at my best. And you just get punched and your teeth fall out and you're bloodied up and you mess up your shirt full of blood and you're like, I'm at my best. No, hit me again. And you're going to be like, are you a Christian because Jesus told you to turn the other cheek? Yeah, but God said, in Greek, basically there's a saying, when word doesn't come through, sometimes you need to get active. Oh my God, it's violent. He's promoting hate speech and violence. And oh my God. So yeah, I can see you losing your shit. Just like this one, like my Ray is a mental illness video. I don't care. For me to actually be getting this kind of activity, it means I must be doing something to tickle that itch that you guys have. The Last Jedi is horrible, okay? This is not a review of some sort. This is me talking about the message of The Last Jedi, okay? Some people have come up with much better arguments than this, but this is not a Luke Skywalker kids can look up to. My Luke Skywalker said, hey, you know what? You want to be a leader, you have to take charge. You have to grind. You have to lose. You have to get back up on that horse and try again. This, I'm sorry, Luke Skywalker in The Last Jedi is not a hero. He's a zero. And I have learned to go from zero to hero. And today's Luke Skywalker is teaching people to go from hero to zero. Okay? So I'm very sorry. That's not what I'm going to be teaching my kids. If you want to teach them if this is the message you want to teach your kids, it's okay. Because if I have kids tomorrow, they will have to compete with less people. They will have to compete because my kids, I'm going to teach them to be competitive youngsters. They won't have to compete with people of the likes of you. If you want to be passive and do nothing, that's okay. My kids are going to be go-getters. That's fine. I shouldn't be upset. Actually, why am I upset? Please continue advocating for this. Zero. Can you all please be zeros? You know what? I'm actually happy. I agree with you. You can all be zeros. And we all win, right? That's cool. That's fine. And yeah, so fine. That's what you want? Okay. To the rest of the normal people, I think that you get what I'm talking about. So I'll catch you guys next time. I will start editing some of the parts of my lightsaber build, and I will catch you guys in another video. So thank you for watching. Subscribe if you enjoy these little rants, these little truth bombs. Show them to people that have lost their way, because I've also lost my way, and I found my way because someone showed me, to Jeremy, to John Talks, to Jesse Milestone, to World Class Bullshitters, to Mauler, to Robot Head. Okay, I found Robot Head by myself. To Dishonored Wolf. All of these guys, all of these people are advocating for the truth. I want to be one of those people out there. Okay, And it's not about the views, it's about what they taught me to convey. So I'm grabbing a camera, I'm grabbing a microphone, and I am going to continue to advocate for the truth. And that's all I have to say. Thank you for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in another video. Thank you for watching. Jerome Katarn, out.